Now, slide number 3. Before we get to the advanced stuff, let's just review the basics really quick. Because before we get to the advanced stuff, let's make sure that we're doing everything we need to from a very fundamental perspective to get growth. We don't want to get into the advanced stuff and then realize that we don't know much about basics or just sort of forgot or made a basic mistake. First, we have to have logical weight training to make us hypertrophy. Logical weight training means progressive overload, relatively high volumes, and all that good stuff, managing fatigue well, everything down the line. Other presentations in this event, and I'm sure a lot of you folks have come up with other sources for what logical hypertrophy training looks like, but you have to do a good job in just the basics before you get to the advanced stuff. Secondly, very importantly, you've got to have enough calories. Right? So you can try to grow muscle without supplying enough calories to increase body weight, but if you're already lean, there's nowhere to put that muscle on. There's literally no building blocks. There's no way to make new muscle if it's at the expense of your organs or something like that. But you're not going to burn away stomach tissue or heart tissue or brain tissue to build muscle, and you're not going to go down to 2% fat on a hypertrophy program just because you didn't supply enough energy and now you're hypertrophying and at the same time you're getting rid of fat. That's a newbie thing. So usually having a hypercaloric diet, more calories than you actually need to sustain your body weight, is critical to maximizing the hypertrophy response. That factor is going to get you way more yield, way more hypertrophy difference than any of the advanced strategies we'll talk about later. So very, very critical. And I'm sure a lot of you folks who are coaches or have seen other athletes mess this up. They do super advanced program, they work really hard, they don't eat enough, they don't gain any weight, and then their hypertrophy after 8 or 12 weeks is just like sort of not really there, right, or really underwhelming. So enough calories. In that similar vein, enough protein, right, about 1 gram per pound or 2 grams per kilo, something like that. It's enough protein to supply all the necessary factors or to supply or to promote muscle growth. Anything more than that is kind of just extra credit, doesn't really count for anything, much less than when you're not going to be producing enough protein to literally, because protein supplies the building blocks of muscle growth and prevents muscle from being torn down when you're not using it. So enough protein is a really big thing. So when we say enough calories, don't mean just go and eat more candy or something like that, or have a really crappy diet. We need enough calories and enough protein day in and day out. And consistency is a big thing with that.